Hello and welcome to the P Word. This is a podcast for adults. Actual adults. We drink and swear and act like adults. Listener discretion is advised.
I wanted to ask you a couple of questions while I had you here. I'm interested in selling my youngest daughter into slavery as sanctioned in Exodus 21:7. She's a Georgetown sophomore, speaks fluent Italian, always cleared the table when it was her turn. What would a good price for her be? While thinking about that, can I ask another? My chief of staff, Leo McGarry, insists on working on the Sabbath. Exodus 35:2 clearly says he should be put to death. Am I morally obligated to kill him myself, or is it okay to call the police? Here's one that's really important, because we've got a lot of sports fans in this town. Touching the skin of a dead pig makes one unclean, Leviticus 11:7. If they promise to wear gloves, can the Washington Redskins still play football? Can Notre Dame? Can West Point? Does the whole town really have to be together to stone my brother John for planting different crops side by side? Can I burn my mother in a small family gathering for wearing garments made from two different threads? Think about those questions, would you?
Welcome to the American Moron Entertainment Network.
Permission to shout bravo at an annoyingly loud computer.
Permission granted.
Bravo!
There you go. Oh, I'm going to kill it right away now. Stop that nonsense. Oh, hell. Little wet for the West Wing fans.
I like that. That was a cool show, man. I remember that well.
Right. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. So welcome back. Anyhow, let me clear off my desktop here and stop this, and then that's working. Yeah, there we go. Everything's working this week for finally.
For once.
For smooth.
Are we on YouTube?
We're on YouTube. I don't know what the hell happened last week.
For the 25 or 100, whatever that happened.
I feel like I'm at work, like dealing with people like, why didn't it work? I don't know. It's something in your environment.
One of these weeks, I'm going to tear the drums out of here and we're going to face the opposite direction.
Hey, Patricia Phillips.
Because why not?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Hi, Patricia. What's up, Jim?
Yeah,
how you been? I haven't seen you since Saturday.
Yeah. And it was, like I said earlier, alluding to the fact that I nearly burnt down a Tires Plus today. But other than that, they keep giving
You're anti-tire, aren't you?
No, not a tirist, but they keep messing with they keep giving us bad alternators, and I'm just sick of it.
So weird.
It's a freaking generator.
I wonder where they're getting those alternators from.
Probably somewhere that we don't have to pay tariffs. I don't know. Pluto? I don't know.
I thought the tariffs are gone now.
Who knows? Have they gotten the money back? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's a fucking nightmare of a government.
Sacrilege.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Not going to get that way. I'm not going to be that guy.
You don't have to be.
No. Well,
That's me.
I will. I'll just go out on the side.
Send me out. I'll take care of it.
Start busting bottles over people's faces and stuff just to see what their expression changes into.
Patricia, we miss you as well, and the whole point of it is that the the place down in Delco, we used to see you all the time. The Thirsty Bulldog, they don't have bands anymore.
Delco.
Yeah,
I love it.
I know you do. And for whatever reason, we haven't been invited to play at Tom and Jerry's. So I think it was probably whatever happened the last time we were there with the puppy, the cat, and the rabbit.
The rabbit?
Yeah.
I didn't think that was part of the hierarchy.
Yeah, it was just, there was a thing. No, I really don't know what the deal is there. We'd love to play there, of course. So, you write an email, you don't get a response.
Fucking people.
What am I going to do? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
We always did really well there. And, it was a different lineup in those days. But I think the lineup now, I'd put the lineup now against anybody.
So, yeah.
What are you going to do? So,
looking through stuff here. Okay.
I don't know. Where else is there to play down there? You name a place and tell me, and I'll sick my wolves on them.
Well, where are the wolves?
No 1099s.
Mm.
I got stuff coming up in the next year. I can't have that stuff going on.
That's the best part of doing your taxes. It's like, do you have this form? And you're like, what form is that? Why are you not Oh, you're going through your phone. I see.
Yeah,
what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just minding
I
my
thought
own
that
business.
thing was. I thought you did
No.
out the atomic dildo again.
I'm just doing this.
Sacrilege.
There you go.
See?
But
It is nice to see you as well. But I did this week. I have my number 1 amp in Studio B. She's sitting over there next to Jim, and so I have the whole power. I have everything all hooked up here.
You got like all 5 corners of the room booked.
Yeah, and then there's other stuff at Studio C. Do you know where Studio C is?
Mm-hmm.
That's where my son keeps all his stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
So Studio C has.
I thought that was Studio C.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still confused about how we even ended up in a studio. Yeah, we've tried Phoenix. My drummer has been speaking to them, and cold shoulder.
Huh. How about the rink in Aston?
No.
Oh.
It's funny how that all works. Sorry. Yeah, so in essence, Jim, there are four half stacks in total.
Mm-hmm.
But there's 4 here now. I'm sorry, there's 5.
There's that guy there, right?
That's a
That's not-
bass amp.
Okay, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count in my world.
All right, fine.
Yeah, there's a bass rig in here.
Christ.
But yeah, my other Marshall is down at David's studio.
Well, that's cool.
I never did get a head for it though. I'm still working on that. I mean, I can. My buddy Dave reached out to me and he said he's got some stuff that he would like me to buy.
He's not going to give it to you.
Well, I'm sure he would sell it to me for a decent price. The problem is I'm at a real estate in all the studios.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I put that shit.
I've done that at the house. I've stopped putting Halloween stuff away. Now I just use it to decorate.
Yeah, we have stuff and it's just out all year round now, and it's a little embarrassing.
You know what? Like I said, it was funny. My one friend, who I grew up next door to, and he was at the house the day after Halloween last year, and he's sitting there. Everyone else left. He just plops on the couch, and I was like, "Oh, you're staying? Okay, what's up?" And he's just like, he's living with his mom right now because she's alone, and he's taking care of her. So he's like, "Oh, it's got to be nice having your own place and not having anybody around. You can just, decorate the way you want for Halloween." And I was like, "Yeah, for Halloween. Yeah, this isn't." But I mean, we've got stuff like, hey Jim, we've got stuff up basically everywhere. I mean, there's like a tombstone hanging outside the bedroom. Got the portal up in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
There's other shit all over the rest of the house. The signs.
Oh, Jim Navis.
Yeah. And so, yeah, just at some point, I think my house is just going to look like Castle Dracula.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I mean,
That's fine.
Whatever.
That's where we're at this point. I mean, we have in the gym, we have animatronics behind our equipment. It motivates us to move faster on the equipment. But I don't know. So, Patricia, if you want to see old school at any of the clubs in your area, tell them that there's nothing that works better than in your face requesting. My drummer went into the one place you mentioned, and he had some conversations, but the person that does the booking wasn't there. So you get the whole runaround, and then he left voicemails, and none of that stuff works. The only thing that works is when you are in front of the person that does the actual stuff. You have to talk to them, or if you have an agent. We choose not to use an agent for most things. I would say the majority of what we do is agentless. And I'm okay with that. I mean, the current schedule, other than these next 2 weeks, the last week and this week, have been, we haven't had any shows. That was because some things got whacked. There was a show that got killed at Free Will because they were having some sort of St. Patrick's Day thing and they didn't realize it. And I was supposed to play this Saturday with Instinct, but my singer Terry had surgery and she had a procedure done, and she's out of commission for a number of weeks.
You could do a theme show, roll her in like Hannibal Lecter.
She actually offered when her surgery was scheduled earlier. she had offered that she could come and maybe do something
That's
of that
gonna-
nature.
yeah,
and I
that's
was like,
gonna hurt.
no,
For
we're
real,
not doing.
that'll
We're not.
just-
I, want, I
let
don't
her-
want to do it if it's not
Let her rest.
what we're doing. And why would you put yourself at the risk on top of that? If you're not going to just do it the way you do it, man, the way it always is.
When you guys come back, she can jump around like David Lee Roth again.
She never did.
Well, maybe now she can.
I doubt it.
I'll talk to her.
Okay, you try that.
I'll work on that.
And don't put firecrackers in her pants again.
No, I'm not.
That didn't work out so well.
I'm saving them anyway. I've got some
Okay.
plans for them.
Unless you're Ken Chin at the Twisted Sister Iron Maiden show.
See, I've
I think the statute of limitations on that has gone away.
There are so many stories I don't tell because I don't know. Like I've literally looked up the law and I'm like, well, it could be a felony. And
I think
don't
it's
know.
7 years, but Jim Nafis knows, he's a cop. But Jim, Old School did play the FOP. We played the Northeast High School class of 1984 reunion, which was in the big hall there. We haven't played the FOP room. I did go to the FOP room afterward and had a few drinks with some friends. And I think we ended up at somewhere else after that. I'm trying to remember. It was a very fun night. I know Mike LeCompte played the FOP. I think he still does. It's not like a regular thing. Old School would love to play that. We had a great time playing the FOP. The problem is I don't have a whole lot of connections, and I work full time. I have a very involved full time job, and the people that I work with know exactly what I'm talking about. I got stuff to do, and when you're able to go out and make connections, it's this time of night during the week, and quite frankly, I've already driven hours on end in the day getting to and from where I work, and I don't really have the energy anymore to go out and to do all that. Now, with that being said, as always, I do find the band rooms, and the band Old School has 2 new rooms coming up in the next. We did one of them recently. We played at the Final Score. We had that new show, and we have a place called Leone's coming up in Downingtown, and it's a new geographic region for the band, and that's always something I'm excited in doing. We did court a place called Big Phil's out in Pottstown. Mark was in contact with them. Big Phil's. It's in an old restaurant inside of the mall that's about to close down, I guess, out there.
Oh, out in Coventry.
In Coventry.
Oh, wow.
It's a really cool place, and I liked it, and I thought we would do well there. And the crowd there was our demo, man. It was the band's demo. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that. I did hear some rumor that the Sweetland Firehouse is doing some stuff, so I'm going to reach out
Yeah, I
to
was
them.
asking, whatever happened to them? You guys used to go there.
They stopped having bands. So I heard that there might be something coming, so I might be reaching out to them. At the same time, I don't want to book the band every weekend. That's just not something I desire at this point. And to those of you that like the band and like to come out and see us, I'm sorry about that. There's other things to do in life.
It was nice. It was nice going out to see Resurrection on Saturday.
It was. It was nice to be somewhere
in the
and
crowd.
just and Resurrection does what I'm talking about. They don't play out every weekend.
Yeah.
They play out twice a month or something like that, or maybe even I don't know. It's certainly not as much. Old School used to play out 2 to 3 times a weekend.
Yeah.
And that was a bit much, and I got burnt out from that. And it's hard when you're working a full-time job. Now, in the near future, that may be a different scenario for me, and I'm not going to get into too much detail, but in the very near future, I may have a lot of time on my hands, in which case then I might go out and start hustling for some of this stuff a little more heavily.
I did notice you bought a scratch-off lottery ticket.
Yes.
You're getting ready to
Yeah,
scratch that
it's
fucker off,
right
huh?
here, and if it wins,
Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
it's
to
all good.
fucking curse.
But
Jesus.
yeah, that is not for Jim. You
Sorry.
can't do
Fucking-
that.
I'm really
It
fucking
offends
sorry.
people.
Shit. I didn't mean to.
It's
What?
Sacrilege.
Oh, right.
There you
Well, it's
go.
okay.
But that being said, once Terry's back on her feet, I do want to get some more stuff going on with the Instinct thing too. That's I love Old School. Old School is my life. I am Old School, but Instinct is the thing I've devoted the majority of my life to.
Yeah.
Quite
Even
literally.
back when it was, that.
What is that?
Trifalon.
Oh, Trifalon, yeah. People don't even know what that is.
I do.
I know.
Just looking at
Someday we'll play the video.
it. Yeah, I was looking at a cassette as I was packing up. There was that cassette from when I was like, I don't know, 10 or 11 years old. I'm looking at it like, maybe, no. No. Different times.
Okay. Sacrilege?
Probably a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we used to do as kids that you wouldn't get. It's kind of like somebody asked Steve Carell if he would go back and do The Office again. He's like, it's not going to be the same because you can't do those jokes now.
Not even that, but I find it's difficult to recreate sometimes the magic that was in a certain space. Now, I can say with Instinct, the magic, it never really reached its peak because we never got signed. But the band is exactly the same, minus the hair and the body weight. But I weigh a little more. But it never changed. We've never stopped playing.
Yeah.
In all these years, Terry
You've been
Russell
consistent.
and I have always been together. There may have been a year or two where we weren't very active or something like that, but we're always in it, and we always pick up the pieces right where we left off. And there are bands that can do that, and I'm not going to compare myself to those bands, but what I'm trying to say is, on a professional level, bands like Rush, they were always able to take a year or two off and then pick up right where they left off and all that stuff. That's all I'm trying to say. I think I'm saying
I
something.
think we're saying something. We haven't even had
So
that much.
Doris Platt is asking, when are we going to be in Saratoga or Pottstown? Well, our stronghold in that vicinity was the
The Saratoga roller rink?
no the really cool place with the big stage and the big lights and
Oh, in Birdsboro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, I can't think of it.
damn it,
Oh my god, I can't think of it.
Blackjacks.
Blackjacks. Yeah, I
So,
know where it is, but
Now Blackjacks hasn't had any bands on a regular basis
after they did all that work,
in the big room in a long time. And I've offered to come in there, and we've offered to bring our own light system so they don't have to worry about bringing somebody in.
what
turn
about
the
all
light.
the stuff they had?
But you need somebody to run it. It's not an automated system.
Yeah,
They need
They
an.
did have that guy who was
But
like
we
kind
have,
of professional. Yeah.
our band has a PA system that's commensurate with anything they have in there. To be honest with you, we could blow the doors off what's in there. But he's just not interested in having bands at this time. It's a liability. It's staffing issues.
It was a weird place. I mean, they didn't have even middle shelf stuff down where you guys played.
Because they don't really staff that room. So what they're doing is they're taking from upstairs and bringing it downstairs. And
But I mean, like you
It's a
asked
whole
for like you
thing.
asked for like Tanqueray. Like we don't have it down here.
that's what I'm saying. They don't have the bars. The bar is not stocked.
Well, that's
Think of it.
not gonna happen.
Think of it. It's an event room
Yeah.
that doesn't get used much. So they have to bring down stuff from the main bar. They're
Or-
not going to bring all the stuff
No,
down.
but like okay, we're having a band tonight. Let's get some shit. We'll get a case of
You're rolling the dice that
various
it's
things.
what's the
It's
night
not like
going to
they're
be.
It's not like they're not going to use it. They're going to have maybe that month if the band doesn't do
Hey,
well,
look,
maybe that month their bar
I
cost
don't
is
know.
at point high.
I don't know what
But you
his,
make up for
his
it later.
management is. I don't know what his situation is. I know that there were some issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ran a bar, and I'm telling you, man.
Anything's
if you
possible
could
if you
do it.
want, but if you have to have the time and the resources. Maybe he doesn't have the time. Whatever it is, they're not booking bands, and I can't help that. And I'm not going to set up in their parking lot. It's not M3.
That's true.
So
It's a weird parking lot, though.
that's why I was trying to look into Big Phil's, and we did talk to them. We met the owner, and seemed like a pretty jolly fella. We were there on his
Was it
birthday.
Big Phil?
He really is. There's a guy. His name's Phil, and he's big.
Well, that sounds
He's
jolly.
fucking big. He's like,
All right, that's
I
jolly.
think he's like 6'5" or something.
Is that why you said jolly?
I think well, he was jolly because it was his birthday.
Not just because he was like a bowl full of jelly.
I don't know. It's the first time I ever met him, but he had certainly had his fill.
Oh, okay.
Phil had his fill that night, and he was jolly.
Gotcha.
And Old School would like to play there. That would be fun. I think we'd do okay there. We do as good as anybody else there. I'd put the band up against just about any band out there. I think we're a damn good band. And we do some interesting stuff these days. We do a lot of weird music. So
That was weird.
yeah,
It's good weird, though.
it's good weird.
Good weird.
Yeah,
Not bad.
some left hand turns.
Yeah.
And then we always have the old standards that we can pull out. So
Little weird. Like
anyhow,
tip of the pinky, not the whole fist. That kind
no,
of.
you don't want to use a fist.
Yeah.
That would be as they say. I have to be quicker on this thing. Fist is.
Oh.
Come on.
Sacrilege.
There you go.
Thank you.
That'd be a name. Is there a band name?
It'd be a
Sacrilege
great
out
name
there?
for a band.
Huh.
Maybe that'll be the next band. Maybe me and Richie Salomone will start another original band. We'll call it Sacrilege.
I can play. I can play the jug.
And our first song will be called Saccharin.
Yeah. Oh God. Then they'll mispronounce it in the UK.
And if you spill it on the floor, it won't be sticky.
Yeah, I hated that. Early on, when I first was hanging out with you guys, they would come over yelling at me like, "Oh, we have to pick up all the sugar." No, you don't. Nobody's gonna do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Those people are long gone.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of them are living in Florida.
Well, it's probably because they, aged out.
Yeah. Well,
It's like
The-
Logan's Run up.
I'll
here.
be
Once
honest
you get to a
with you.
certain age, get the fuck out of Pennsylvania.
the band's been going for 18 years, and when the band started, I was 38, I think. No, I was younger than that. No, I was thinking. So I don't know. It's been a long time, and the first wave of fans in that grouping, people have gotten married and moved on.
Died.
A lot of people that come to see bands over 40 are people, I call them people in transition. And when you're out to see a band that's old and you're of an older age, you're in the middle of something. You're in the middle of maybe a divorce, or maybe your loved one has passed away, or whatever it is, and you're transitioning.
You've only got a week left to fit into that spandex.
And you're out trying to meet people and whatever's happening, and that's why people are in bars and stuff like that. And I love Fat Mez. They're a great band, man. So a lot of those people have transitioned out, and I've seen like 5 phases of fans, and we did have a group of people over the years, multiple people that have passed on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the truth. I'm not making that up. I'm not trying to make you feel bad or anything like that, or
They made
even
a conscious decision to just die.
or that we're an old band. These people passed away when I was in my 40s. Some of them. When I go down my friends list, they're still there because I haven't deleted them or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, can't invite that person.
I
It's
still get like it's their
a waste of an
birthday, and
invite.
it's like, what do I do here?
And then there's the group. So there's multiple ways to invite on Facebook, and that is the main mode, which shows how old I am.
They all suck.
For gathering fans to a show, you do these mass invites, and it's a pain in the ass. It's hours long, and it's the bane of my existence. But sometimes you invite people who are deceased. I mean, I don't know how to say it. It's a constant reminder of people that I cared about that used to hang out with us, and it's a bummer, man. It's
weird.
Brings me down.
It's weird when like their birthday comes up and you get the reminder. And you're
Yeah.
Like my mother-in-law comes up still.
And I think of Big Jim, Biker Bob, as they called him.
Mm-hmm.
That guy was the sweetest guy, man, and I miss that guy. He was really good friend of the band, and I think about him, and it just bums me out. I think of Antoine, and that bums me out. Do you remember Antoine? Mm-mm. He was one of my buddies from high school that I reconnected with probably about 10 years ago, and we played like one of his parties when he got married, and Antoine unfortunately got COVID and freaking died. Man, it was a fucking.
I'm still creeped out because I don't know. I don't think they've done it recently. I don't think they've done it since COVID. But Screwballs used to have a night when they celebrated the life of David Friday.
I don't know who that is.
My cousin but they do it down Screwballs, and like I heard about it, and I'm like, oh shit, I should go down. And I went down. I hadn't seen any of these like my cousins in a very long time, and I just kind of sat at the bar quietly, like, I don't know if I should. I don't want to like just jump in the middle of this. So I went there, had a drink, didn't talk to anybody, and just sort of left. It was weird, but yeah, they used to do it down there all the time. I think he's a friend. I think he went to school with Tommy.
Okay. And what happened to this guy? Who was he? What's the story?
He was he's my cousin. He was a football player, and I can't even remember.
High school football player?
High school football player, and then he was a physical trainer, and I can't remember. I think he just died suddenly one day.
He lived in the area.
Issue. Lived in the area, yeah. It was like really weird because he's around our age. He's like maybe, I don't know, a couple years older than us.
So he was your cousin, and
my cousin.
You were related to him through who and what?
Through my mommy.
Your mom. So
My mom. So he's my Uncle Joe's kid.
Okay.
So
he was an Upper Merion guy, I guess.
No. He was Kenrick. They lived out. They lived in the neighborhood where Mike Calmia lives.
Okay.
They lived right in one of the streets, like I think 1 block over from him.
So it's interesting. A lot of people went to Kennedy Kenrick.
It was just Kenrick then.
And Mike went there. Richie Salamone went there. Terry went there.
Shitloads of my family.
Lenny
went
Martelli
there, yeah.
went there. Like a lot of people that I met in this local music scene are all alumni of that school. And it's interesting to me because, I grew up in Philly and we had our own whole scene at Northeast High and at Washington High School. They were the two distinct scenes, and there were groups of musicians that went to both of those schools. And, you'd run into those people, and I still run into a lot of the people from that scene when I'm up in Northeast Philly. If I'm at Chickies and Pete's and I'm seeing Mike LeCompte play or something, I'll run into people that I went to high school with and stuff like that. Even when I'm up in Ben Salem and stuff like that, it's it's still remnants of the old neighborhood and stuff like that, and the people that I spent my younger years cutting my teeth in music with, and that's nice. And there's a lot of people who've been in this business a long, long, long time. And I was in the business, for 5 to 10 years in the beginning, and then I took 10 years off, roughly, to raise my kid and do the right thing. And things changed in my life, and I got back into music when my ex-wife and I broke up. I needed something to kind of pull me out of my doldrums, and I did something I said I would never do, and that was to play in a cover band. I find cover bands, and I don't mean this is not it's just not my thing. But I love doing what I do, and I love being in old school, and I love playing the songs that I play, and I love going to see bands that do similar genres like Resurrection and Diego's band, Cover Fire, and stuff like that. Like, and I like going to see Mike LeCompte and all that. And I do respect a lot of the cover bands out there, like Fat Mez and stuff like that. Like, I enjoy that stuff, but it was never my choice. Like, because that wasn't the avenue that I was on. I was on the original music avenue, and that's how. I ended up getting shopped to Atlantic and Geffen Records with Instinct, and a lot of people. But unless you listen to the show, you don't know that. But that really happened. It really did happen, and we were up in the New York scene, going to parties, and we got asked to play CBGBs and all this stuff.
Sorry, no place to park.
That's why it's a long story.
It's ugly up there.
I probably told the story on air.
Yeah.
But that was my goal, and if I always I'm one of those people that has, like, I have deep convictions and I have conditions until I get proven wrong, and then I adapt and become the guy who plays in a cover band. But when I was younger, it was either I was going to do originals or I wasn't going to do anything.
What's the market like? Like, if you do originals, like I remember seeing a lot of my friends would play in original bands down like along South Street. And you could do it down there. People would go to see that. That was where you.
Well, they were alternative rock if they were down on South Street. There were different genre areas where you could do originals. There were lots of places to do originals across the area. I was in some of the more mainstream and hard rock places like the Empire Rock Club and the Galaxy and the Red Garter, and Dick Lee's actually had originals and covers. We played there. We played, I don't know, the Red Garter. We did the Electric Pony down in South Jersey. Places like that. Bonnie's. We played Bonnie's a lot. Those are the places I was in. And the goal there was to get enough of a following and or enough of attention that somebody recognized what you were doing, and then you would get shopped to a record label. And the hope was that you might get a record deal or offered a record deal. And that's what happened with us. We had an A&R guy that liked us. He had ins at Atlantic and Geffen, and he was pitching us to them. And unfortunately, because we were kind of like an oddity. We had a female vocalist in a band that was doing sort of Dokken-y hard rock kind of stuff. When we got noticed and were getting shopped, the music scene was changing at the time very dramatically, especially at the high level being at the record companies. And they came back to us, the one company, and they asked us to change our sound and to do some different things. And I got really upset and really offended. And it's like, you can't get offended. It's business. Music is a business. You do, like I may be playing in old school for fun, but it's still a business, because if it's not a business, you're not playing anywhere. So I just walked away from it all at that point. I got really, really upset, and I was like, I'm going to make money. And I literally, within a couple of weeks, I was in another band for a bit after Instinct for a very short time, maybe 2 months, and then I was like, this is done. And I went and got my hair cut, and I interviewed at different companies, and I was out.
Got the tattoos lasered off your face?
Yes. Especially the one that had the sacrilegious stuff on it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I went into corporate America, and I worked.
What was that like?
America.
Be good to people or something like that?
Apparently, that's what mine said, and
you piece of shit. All right, there you go.
Do to others unto others
as you would have others do unto you.
I try to live by that. Nobody's perfect, man. You have mistakes in life, and you do some stupid shit, and
I've done terrible things.
Everybody
when I
does
was younger, but no.
stupid shit and falls down. That's how you learn. You're not born pure and stay pure, without doing well in life unless you've made some mistakes.
Yeah, how do you know?
You learn when you fall.
Yeah.
And then you get the fuck back up.
A.
Cheers.
Fucking A. You ready for the
Sure. This water was really good.
Yummy water. There you go.
Stubby can.
Yeah, a little tiny can, but this is from Aldous Brewing Company.
Is that Aldous font?
I don't
I
really
wonder.
know. Could be. A red flannel lager, which weirdly enough is an amber lager. So these guys are from Hanover, PA, out there
Locals.
in fuck your cousin country in Pennsylvania.
My goodness.
So
I shouldn't say things like that, because
yeah, pardon the hell out of me.
you're gonna upset things.
Yeah, you know what? I have
sacrilege.
I have family out there, and I've visited them, and it's definitely the guy from Deliverance territory out there.
Nope.
Anytime you go,
I was too young to work on that movie.
Anytime you're like heading out west and you don't see a Wawa and you see a Sheetz, you're fucked. And I hate the fact that Sheetz is here.
Yeah,
I know. I hate
now.
that. I hate Sheetz. I mean, it might be nice, I guess.
Well, then sleep with a blanket.
I hate that. I hate Western Pennsylvania. I was trying to explain to somebody who didn't live in the area.
A lot of anger.
Yeah. Oh, I'm very, very angry. But I was trying to explain to somebody about living up here. I think when I was living in Florida, and I was like, southeastern Pennsylvania is not bad around Philly. I said, but if I go anywhere outside of that area, it starts to get really weird really fast.
So I've met some great people in this state.
No, I'm not saying I haven't. I mean, it's not like everybody out there is a fucking monster. I'm just saying my parents used to drive me out to Amish country all the time. It was like either that or they would fight all day. Either they fought in the house.
So
you're
furniture. Saying you don't like Dutch Wonderland?
No. You see how fucking expensive it is to go there? It used to be like $4 to get in. You could go in the upside down house, have a blast all day.
I went there as a child.
God.
My son had a school trip there when he was little, and I think it was a school trip. I don't know. All I know is I didn't go because 2 jobs back. All I got was 2 weeks vacation at that time in my life, and I didn't get to go. I remember when I got 3 weeks vacation. I was all excited.
We don't even.
And it was
we don't
right
even
after
keep track.
that. After that, they had this mass layoff, and I didn't have that anymore. And the job before that, I think you maxed out at 2. It wasn't like that's
Ugh, no way.
that's what it was.
I can take as many as I want, but I cap it at 4. I'm not that bad.
I don't know, man. I can't wait for the long vacation that's coming.
Yeah.
But got to be careful.
Sacrilege.
Yes.
Yeah, don't be bad.
So that's the word of the day.
Yes, we should have like a bird fall down. Somebody says it. This is not entirely unmemorable.
That's awesome, Jim. All right. Jim Naffis said he did a showcase for Geffen at the Chestnut Cabaret.
Sweet.
All right. That was about the year I was starting in the business, Jim. So you can understand with what I was doing, it was sort of nearing the end of the acceptability or rightness factor. All right. Let's see what we got here, Jim.
Yeah, I'm trying to make a decision here.
Oh, it tastes good. I'm not crazy about the smell, honestly.
Yeah, I know it doesn't have. I don't have much smell either. I don't have a cold.
It's got kind of like a sour smell.
I don't smell that. I smell.
It's okay. I'm sorry.
No, I mean it's like, hey, I don't know what the hell these things are before I bring them
I'll
over.
give it a 6. Maybe if I drink a little more, I'll appreciate it more. But
I'm gonna give it a minute because it's like,
yeah, it's one of those flavors that kind of grows on you.
you know what it is? It's not overly malty. It's not overly hoppy.
I'm gonna give them a D- on their packaging design.
You don't like the can?
Well, if you look on the bottom, it says amber lager.
Yeah.
But it's hard to read
Well, in this light, it would be, yeah.
in any light.
No, I bet you in white light it's not so bad.
No, it's you don't use a reddish font with a reddish background.
No.
That's just it's graphics 101. I can't help it. It's what I've been in the business for 35 years.
So it looks like this one was meant to be like a malty kind of, like a little bit of a malty.
It's got
lager.
a malty flavor to it. Maybe that's what bothers me is I'm not really big on the malty beers.
See, I do. I like those.
You're a malty guy, and I'm more of a hoppy guy.
But I mean, it does need some hops to balance it out. It's not balanced.
So maybe we could help them. We give them the P factor beer. That's what they call it, the P factor.
I still want to. I'm gonna one of these. I'm gonna do one of these minutes. I'm gonna get like I told you, I'm gonna get that branding iron thing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a blowtorch, and I'm gonna get some Doppelbock, and I'm gonna blowtorch the shit out of it, and then we're gonna try that.
What you do is you mix different beers together, and then you go, "This is perfect."
Now, what do you think this is? Do you think this is a Golden Corral? Come on,
No, it's
man.
black and tan, man.
Oh, black. Oh my god.
Sacrilege.
I used to get those at Screwball's.
I will
used to
say
hate
this.
that.
Well, yeah, it's extra work. Jim and I, or as I like to say, Gemini.
No.
Jim and I, Saturday night, we got together a little early in the evening. We were going down to see
Resurrection.
our friends in Resurrection at Screwballs. So we decided to pregame. And Jim was nice enough to bring over 2 beers for us to drink. I thought he was going to make us some cocktails, but we went the soft route and we did some beer. And we had Yingling Bach, which I was like, wow, did we ever do this on the show? It was really, really, really good. And he said we had before, and it had rated very highly.
Find out.
Yeah, I'm curious about that, man. I thought that was a lot of fun. And it was a pretty low-key night, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean we got in late.
Yeah.
But there was no real booze involved. It was a beer night. We just drank drinks. We drank beer.
I had one.
Did I have one with you?
No, you were already
I was drinking beer.
I went and got one. You were doing another one. You had just gotten something. You had gotten a refill, and I was like, you're good. And I went over and I was like, I don't even remember what the hell I got. Oh, I got a Jameson and Coke.
You can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
I had a Jameson at the end of the night, but that was I mean, we were there for a long time. What were we there? 7 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for the Yingling Bach, you gave it a 5.
Oh, that's wrong. Saturday night, I would have given that a 9.
See, that's the point of this show. Your taste is improving.
It depends on what you had before, too.
Or if you brushed your teeth, because Nancy came down here a couple times, brushed her teeth before the show.
I brush my teeth after dinner before I go out, always.
Yeah.
But I had the Bach that night, about an hour later.
Maybe it works with toothpaste.
I don't know. Typically, before we do the show, I brush my teeth.
Yeah, I do too. But they rinse it out and try to get it clear before.
I don't know, man. But your chemistry.
I don't know.
I had
I think
I had Maggiano's spaghetti that night before. I think that was the last thing I had before we went down there.
You rated this higher than Yingling Bach.
Yeah, I think Yingling Bach's better, but this is getting better.
It is getting better.
sip.
I'm going to have another one in a minute. Even though I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, I don't care anymore.
I just got my blood work done, and I saw my doc today.
I had it done already. I just have to go in and
I saw Doc Soffer at Penn Medicine. He's my boy. Doc Soffer is he's a cholesterol specialist cardiologist, and he sees Nico. Nico goes to him.
HIPAA, man, come on.
And it could be any number. It could be Nico from Iron Maiden I'm talking about. No.
Maybe.
But saw him today, and he just said that, the numbers from this stuff are a little peaked. And that's despite the fact that there's not a lot going on.
I mean, I'm not going for that. That's coming up in April. I have
My
to go in.
cholesterol numbers are very good, though.
Oh, those, yeah. I'm going in for thyroid checks. Because
Gotcha.
basically every 6 months they go in and see if I'm going to die of thyroid cancer. So, but
Well, that would be unacceptable.
yeah, I'm not happy about that. But they
I see. Jim did send me a link. Thank you, Jim.
they've been playing with my meds, and it got weird for a while, and I've been like poked 4 times in the last 3 months. I had to go get blood draws
I would do anything to get poked.
to tune it down, man.
Oh.
That, yeah.
Sorry.
It's funny, when I was a kid, I was so afraid of needles that I was like, I'll never get married. I can't get the blood test. But then Pennsylvania did away with that, so I'm okay. But
I had a blood test when I got married the first time.
they didn't do it when we got married in 2000. They didn't do it anymore.
I think it was that blood test. I got married. The first time I got married was 26. I was with my first wife for 14 years. I've been with Nancy now for almost 18. They were doing the test, and I'm pretty sure this is the sequence of events. It was a long time ago, and they found out I had high cholesterol, genetically predisposed high cholesterol.
They
checked my
they did a
cholesterol.
lipid panel on a marriage blood test.
Well, I did a marriage blood test, and I had a full workup of everything.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
We decided, the both of us, that we're going to get everything drawn up. Let's just
like,
go
like
with
the marriage one, the standard one they used to do is just for syphilis.
I don't know
That's
what.
literally, they didn't even test for HIV. It was just syphilis.
We did a full workup of everything. I said, just give us the works. And my cholesterol came in at a whopping 330 at the age of 26. I weighed all of 132 pounds.
My Aunt Tootie weighs about 7 pounds. She's 4'10", and her cholesterol was like 500. Doesn't matter. I mean,
It didn't make any sense to me at that age. Not that I even really understand what cholesterol was, but once I found out about it. And I had a friend whose wife, skinny little thing, all of 100 pounds. She had
Yeah, a lot of it's genetic. Yeah,
250 horsepower.
yeah, horses.
She had high cholesterol.
The little red Corvette.
And she found out shortly after I did. And, we used to joke around about, not joke around so much, but we would discuss recipes of things that we were making to try and lower our numbers. And for me, I did the whole
Deep fried butter.
did exercising more than I did before. I was biking like crazy, and then we did all these modified things in our diet where, we didn't have, like, we would have pizza once every other week. We were getting pizza with no cheese. like just
like
red pie,
it's tomato pie, man.
all kinds of stuff. And, suffice to say, it didn't matter. The number with cholesterol medicine and even without, wherever it was, it didn't change much by modifying the diet or exercising. The only thing that did anything was medication, because it was a genetic thing. So it took a long time for that. And about 6 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, I started on something called Repatha. It's an injection every other week. And that has taken my cholesterol into the 160s and 150s range.
It's not one of those ones like may cause a rare fatal rash between your genitals and anus.
That's the one.
Is that what causes taint rot? Fatal taint rot.
Yeah.
Oh, terrible.
Luckily, I didn't get that one. I got the other one.
Ass looseness?
Nope.
No?
Nope. I got this one.
Sacrilege.
Oh, right. So you offend God because of medication.
Yes.
Oh, well, he's got to have a thicker
And a few
skin.
others, apparently.
I would think God would have a thicker skin than people give him credit for.
I am offensive. Anyway. Luckily, all that worked out, and the third arm in my back shrunk down after the COVID stab.
Well, that'd be kind of nice if you have an itch.
Yeah. Well, it would have been great for a number of things.
Not really.
Yeah.
How low down was it?
When you're in a long line.
Oh, all right. That's fine. Yeah, I get it.
Back off! Give me some space, man.
I'm digging this a little more.
Yeah, it's getting better with each sip.
I mean, seriously, it is kind of like, it reminds me of Ernest Hemingway from a book I read.
I did ask Nance if she wanted to come down to do the show tonight. I asked her.
I've been too offensive, haven't I?
I think it was.
Sacrilege.
Well, that sounds like me.
I don't think she's offended by anything you do.
I try not to. She's one of the few people on the planet I try desperately not to offend.
Nancy's the most laid-back, easygoing person you could ever meet.
Yeah, but I'm kind of a dick and a weirdo, and I grate on people, so I worry about stuff like that. Like sometimes it's like we know people that are irritated by me just by my mere existence. That I love.
I do know that that's true. Apparently,
like I'm like a vampire. Like that nourishes me.
I've learned in the last 2 years that apparently I fall in the same category.
I like it. I do. If it's like when I was in high school, this in senior year, summer between junior and senior year, I met a girl. I started dating her.
Did she live on the hill? And her sister?
A little bit.
She wouldn't do it, but her sister would.
Yeah, I don't want to even go there.
And they used to
No,
boogie.
no, we're not doing this. No, you don't know who you don't know these
copyright?
people. No, but I know what her sister looks like, and you don't. So let's just send it right there.
It's a ZZ
I know
Top.
what you're doing. Yeah, I just think, but it hit a nerve. But no, like I was dating her, and like she was
lives on the hill. She wouldn't do it, but her sister will.
She was dating some guy at school, and
When she boogie.
they broke up after her and I met. Like we hadn't, we were just friends, and then she broke up with him, and then we started to date.
That's usually how it works.
And
I mean, like people
oh
usually
my God,
date and then they break
it
up.
was so much fun just existing near that guy. Like I remember like senior Halloween dance. I went as some half-assed version of the Road Warrior, and I had like back then you could actually have props that looked like real weapons. And I had a cap gun that looked exactly same size and look of a .357 Magnum. And I had it in a holster on my hip.
Hey, punk.
And somebody asked to look at it, and it was getting passed around. And I remember this guy got it, and he was like, "Wow, who's this belong to?" And they told him, and he was just like, acted like it was kryptonite, like just dropped it. I mean, like used to leave like notes for me on blackboards and stuff, like, and I'm like, I never responded to him, but people I know would. It was just like kind of nice. Like we would be at different things for school because we were in different things. Like I think we were both somehow on the yearbook staff, or I was on it and he was like a fucking photographer or something. Everywhere I went, he would just be like, and I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to be an asshole here.
Your presence.
But
is
he
what
was
bothers me.
immediately pissed at me before we never even spoke. He was just pissed, and
Isn't
and I can understand that. I could just be like, dude, I get it. I'm sorry. You don't have to talk to me. I know you don't like, but he was like actively an asshole, and I'm just like, you know the things I could do to ruin you, just the stuff in public I could just do to ruin your life. Just shut the fuck up. But wait, who am I talking about now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm getting my people mixed up.
Billy Bob. But I know I've told you that I am the lightning rod in
That
life.
can was better than the first one.
In life, I am a lightning rod. Whether it doesn't matter what it is. If it, I won't say it happens at my current job, but in jobs past, I tend to be the guy that speaks up for the weak, and the one who says what the group is feeling as best as I can without being offensive. When it comes to a certain band I'm in, whatever goes wrong, I'm the one that gets contacted. Whatever happens, I am the one that carries the load.
You have the shorter email address.
And meanwhile, the perception is that guy's in charge, or that guy's in charge, or this guy's doing this, or that person does this, and quite literally, behind the scenes, it is what it is.
So it'd be like if you were the president acting unilaterally rather than letting Congress do its job.
Correct.
And you don't do that.
Where do you come up with
that
such
would
weird...
be wrong.
It would be wrong.
Okay. I'm going to drink now.
Yeah. Because I always do reach out to everybody and get consensus. And
yeah, I mean, that's what you do.
And in some cases, the group decides its own path.
Yeah, you put it forth, and then
Sometimes it's approached.
I mean, you put your opinion out there. You work and you talk to everybody.
I have my opinion, but they have their opinions.
Yeah, and if they ever ride you, so be it.
It's happened.
Yeah, but
there's that
when
one
it comes
song,
around to somebody's pissed off,
I get the blame.
Yeah, I was that guy. I remember.
I know.
Dude, I've gotten in like literal fist fights with people defending my friends who later like within the same week make laugh when something befalls me that's not funny. And you're like, okay, maybe next time I'll let that drug dealer take your money. Like weird shit like that. Like, what the hell, man? Like, be consistent. If you're gonna if you're somebody's friend, if you're really close friends, like you be there. You don't like fuck around. Like, I can't even get into real situations that we've been in because that would get weird. But it get really weird really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, there's been some situations.
There's been some times, but it's like you gotta be there. You step up, you do your thing, but it just sucks because a lot of times you're gonna be the one that you're the asshole. There's that perception. It's like I remember my dad one time.
That's life, Jim.
I came home. It was when
that's why I always say, and I'll let you finish after this. Everybody has a story.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is an island unto themselves in terms of life experience. Some have it better, some have it worse. But for the most part, the richest person you meet, the poorest person you meet, they all have a story.
And they should be the hero in their own story, or else,
Well, maybe or maybe not.
They should be.
But everybody's got something that they're harboring or carrying with them. And life is about, there is no life is about it is nothing. Life is about nothing, really. In the grand scheme of things, life is about nothing.
Life's a game. Play it right, or you lose.
But ultimately, you're just dealing with what's put in front of you. And some people handle it better than others. And some people never let you know the horrific thing that they've gone through privately in life that you don't know anything about. You might be sitting next to somebody who seems just perfectly balanced and everything's great, and they've gone through something so horrific you can't even imagine it. And you might even look at them and be like, man, that motherfucker, they got everything and it all came easy to them. Because people do that stuff. But that's not the case. Everybody's got something. And understanding that and dealing with people is called empathy.
And it's also, though, you got to also remember that it's a matter of scale. Like you might be able to blow off, somebody else can't.
That's true too. Everybody's different levels of patience. So we're watching Dark Winds. I told you that.
Yeah.
It's a show that was on AMC and now it's on Netflix, and it's a fantastic show. And you know, the lead character is this pretty moral, great guy.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah.
Lee Porn.
Lee Porn.
But he's had a couple things in his life.
Weirdly, the books are like the Joe.
We're talking about getting the books to read
the
them.
Joe Lee Porn, the Lee Porn
Jim
Chi. Yeah, like they're both the main characters. I'm
Right.
Like,
It's
okay.
In this, it's more. There's a lead versus
More,
the
yeah.
other. But it you know, Joe's got some stuff that he's dealing with, and it kind of contradicts who he is, but it doesn't really, because he did something out of good faith and honor.
Yeah.
And those are the kinds of things that
Plus the fact he's a Navajo kind of factors into that whole thing.
I think it's more about humanity.
It is. But I mean, there's
And
also
defending your honor.
He's very spiritual in that whole thing. Like, have you seen this season? Are you caught up?
No, we're in season 3.
Okay.
So we're getting there. But, you know, when I was younger, I always had this thing about family and defending my family.
Get over that.
And, you know, somebody went after my sister one time, and long story short, she called me from wherever she was, and I went there, and it was a place that was very crowded with a lot of people. And the guy came pulling into the parking lot, and there were lots of people there. And he was in a car with a bunch of his friends. And she said, "That's the guy." And I said, "The guy in the passenger seat?" She said, "Yes." And I ran from where I was and dove in the car and grabbed the guy by the throat and told him that he's never, and the car was moving in this whole time. You know, I dove into a moving car and physically assaulted a person and said, "Don't ever come near my sister again, or I will."
I've dove into moving cars for lesser reasons,
So,
that's probably bad.
You know, and then he came back with his friends, and they all stood there and they mouthed off, and then he came at me and I knocked him on the ground, and he dropped a switchblade, which I then picked up and said, "Were you going to stab me?" And of course it was not as calm. It was
Did
much
you put
more.
it back into his anus where it belonged?
I think I ended up giving the knife back to one of his friends, you know, like, because, you know, they went away. But everybody's got a story, man. Everybody's got something in their lives that they're going through, and that's not the worst thing I ever went through. That's not even, you know. It's just, I don't know what I'm saying. I guess I'm just saying that sometimes stuff happens, and you just got to let it go, man. And
You can't let it beat you down. It's like
Sacrilege.
like I said, it's all about scale. Like, yeah, you got bad stuff. Like, all the bad stuff that's happened to me, like the people I've talked to about it, they're like, Jesus fucking Christ. And I'm like, but you know what? I've seen a picture of a little African kid lying on the ground with a vulture waiting.
I'll tell you what.
And I'm like, I think that kid's got it worse.
I knew somebody some years back that used to come see the band. And he had some issues, you know, with mental illness and whatnot. Something was going on. But in the meantime, he was able to reason. He was on medication and whatnot. And he was very upset about things that were going on in his life. And was comparing himself to others. And I said, you can't do that to yourself, because it's unfair to you to do that. And at the same time, you have a roof over your head, you have food, you have a car, you have things. Are they the things that you want? Is it the life that you wanted or desired? Obviously, no, because of the conversation we're having. However, he had it better than 80% of the world.
Yeah. I never compare myself to other people because I'm fucking awesome and they just look bad. So.
And I was just trying to give him some perspective about life. And at the time I was having this conversation with him, I was down on my luck financially. Things were not good. I didn't have a whole lot of money or anything. Like, shit was just Shit was messed up. It was really messed up. You know, we were struggling. As people do in life. Sometimes you have ups and sometimes you have downs. And sometimes you have a lot of downs and sometimes you have no ups. Sometimes you just get by. And it was a period of time where we were down and barely getting by financially and whatnot. And, you know, that's life, man.
But I mean, it's like today. Like this literally came to my head today. I was taking a leak in the toilet, and I was like thinking about all the fucked up shit that's going on in the stock market and prices going insane. And I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't flush this. Like almost as like a joke. Like I'll save a few pennies here, you know. But it's
I was getting worried about the stock market.
But that's the level. That's the sickness.
Then
like,
there's people that don't have anything in the stock market.
I for a joke though, I'm like thinking, well, maybe I don't flush the toilet and save a penny here or there. But
I mean, I think
people
about
don't
people,
have toilets that flush. There are people that you know,
they're like, the stock market's doing great. You should all be happy. What if you don't have any money in the stock market? There was a time in my life where stock market, like, I didn't have an investment in the world until
with the way it's been going for the last
30 years old.
The way it's going for the last year, unless you have money to invest, you're not going to make any because it's going like this.
It's crazy.
And when it goes like this, if you have lots of money,
you got to ride it.
You can put in shit tons of money, watch it, know when it's about to drop, you know, and then just like get out, pull aside. Like just recently, I felt some fucktard put in something like I forget how many hundreds of thousands and made like $1 billion off something. I could put in a couple of bucks, make a couple of bucks, but I'd have to literally ride that. I'm like, okay, so this cycle I made $7, and you know, after a year I'd be like $40 richer, and it's all that worry and risk.
What's your time worth?
Yeah, it's just like it's not worth the time. If I had the money to invest, but if you're a rich pile of shit,
however,
and you can dump a ton of money into it and have somebody watch it for you 99% of the time, yeah, you can make a killing on it.
If I had taken all those $300 guitars when I was a kid that I was trying to buy and stuff like that, and taken that money and invested it.
You invested in Google or Microsoft when you were a kid,
There you go. I might not be sitting in Studio B. I might be sitting in Studio Rockefeller Center.
Studio A. but yeah, I mean, it's like it's a matter. Again, everything's a matter of scale. Like you're gonna hear people like saying, and it's always rich fuckers like, oh, you just don't understand the stock. I do understand it. I don't have the money to gamble. And if I did, I'd still have to stare at it and watch it and watch the trends and see when it starts to dip. Get the hell out when I'm still up. It's like a gambler. Like, okay, I'm up, get out.
It's okay to stay in and let it drop.
Yeah,
and then watch it blow up again. I remember, seeing money do some weird stuff.
I tried that on penny stocks and still lost a couple of grand.
I've always done the safe thing, but that's what I do. I always do what my work says. We're going to do this, and you're going to 401k, and I just follow the path. And
then 2007 happened, and fuck, there it goes.
Yeah, lost a lot. Lost a lot.
I ran into my aunt.
But it came back around.
My aunt was retired, and she's like, yeah, I've got a job here. And I'm like, oh, were you just bored? She goes, no, my 401k tanked.
My mom lost everything.
Jesus Christ, I never thought of that. Huh.
And that's a possibility, any day of the week for anybody that's got money in the stock market.
I'm going to cash in all that platinum I have stashed under the toilet.
Oh, you were getting more catalytic converters again?
No, yeah, definitely.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was trying to go out to the junkyard and just buy them, but that somehow didn't make making the money.
Yeah, you're supposed to sell them at the junkyard.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Fuck me.
You go around in the middle of the night.
I went to a U-Pull, so I did all that work for nothing.
Yeah, but they're charging you top dollar on that.
What's going on? Fucking hell.
Sacrilege.
Ah, this fucking sucks.
I don't have any soundboards. I put them all on an external hard drive. I was clearing that memory on the computer.
You got to get a thumb drive, put them all in there.
So now I got to figure out where they are and
get
put
a big
them
ass
back on.
terabyte thumb drive out there.
It's so funny, man. I do have this still. You've never heard it in stereo before.
Oh, I have.
You have, but our audience hasn't.
But death doesn't take corporate orders.
Oh my God. I think it's worse in the original versions, like before they're fudgied, or before they're yeah.
A ghostly swirl, cookies for eyes, chocolate for a curl. Fudgy swims by, smug as ever. I haunt his
Now we'll contrast that to the.
Like I actually have these
To
in
him, this is-
folders, and it's called.
Here he is
The
singing.
folder is Cookie Pussed.
No, you did this.
It wasn't fucking easy, I'll tell you that.
I can double it up.
Oddly, I can understand this better than my last one.
True.
God, that's terrifying.
Cookies for eyes, chocolate for a curl. Fudgy swims by, smug as ever. I haunt his fudge, now and forever. No birthday candles, no ice and parade, just a bit of frost of the life we made. We were mascots of sugar.
Mascots of sugar?
Yeah.
I like that. So I had a friend sent me a song this week, and he's like, "Is this AI or is And as soon as I heard it, I could tell it was an AI tune because it had sort of that male vocalist sound that you use, and the song was very formulaic, but it was great. I mean, it was a great song.
Well, the fucked up thing is when I first did these, when I first started doing them, you can create a singer. So I actually sang a song.
Yeah.
Something, I could actually, I had the range of singing, which probably was like fucking Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. But
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
I tried to do it in my real voice.
Okay.
And then I took it and I think I dropped it like half an octave. Because after my tonsils are out, I've got this pile of shit that I use now. And I tried to use that in a song, like I used that as a template.
Sure.
And then I tried to reuse it, but every time you tried to reuse the singer, it reused the song too. So that's when you're like, it's the same riff. I'm like, fuck. So I can't do that anymore.
That's what happens with AI. So it was funny. So over the weekend, I worked on two of the guitars here in Studio B. I worked on the old Explorer, and I worked on that Charvel. I'm not done with the Charvel. And the Charvel is a parts guitar. Like I made that out of junk I bought off the internet and a neck that was laying here from somebody who needed a neck for a guitar. The infamous name.
Yeah,
Believe it or not, that is directly linked to that guy, the hockey guy. I swear to God.
Not a hockey guy.
The hockey guy.
Not a hockey guy.
But it was funny. So I was playing that thing, and it actually sounded pretty good. And I'm thinking, I might have to do some exploration. No pun on the Explorer.
Mm-hmm.
The Explorer's good. I mean, she's got a nice tone to her. She's old as shit now. I bought her in 1994.
See, that shouldn't be old as shit. That just sounds wrong.
Brand new guitar. I bought her, but I don't know where. There's all these dents on the top of it. I don't know where they came from, but I used to have teenagers in here running amok.
They chew on things.
I bought that on Sunset Strip at the Guitar Center where Eddie Van Halen used to go buy his stuff. It's crazy. I didn't know he lived around the corner from there.
Oh, you could have gone to visit.
I just wanted to go there because.
Is your wife home?
We went to the Carvin store on Sunset Strip, which was closed that. No, it was open that day. We went to Carvin, and I didn't see anything I liked. And I looked across the street. Oh, they have a Guitar Center over there. It wasn't a Guitar Center. It was the Guitar Center. It was the one where everybody put their hands in the cement.
Like the George's over in Spring City.
If that's the original one. Yeah, so it was the one that everybody associated with it, and that's where Eddie would do a show, and it was the former theater of Groucho Marx.
Okay.
They converted it into a music store. It was, wasn't
Where the
being used.
fucking bird flew down.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to do that.
We got to go there.
Well,
That's what we have to do.
We could do that, but we got to do that.
We could do that. It wouldn't be too difficult.
Oh, Christ. I've done way more complicated
I've
things.
got some rigging. That'd be cool, though. But I would like to go back to that store. I haven't been there since 1994, which was a long time ago. But that was cool to buy a guitar in that store. And I had no money. So I used the old Discover card at that time.
Christ, they took Discover back then?
Discover.
Jesus.
And I think I was just shy of maxing it out to get the guitar. And
$400?
That guitar was $750 or something.
Yeah, that had max out a Discover card, yeah.
That was like the most I had ever spent on a guitar in my entire life. I was sweating bullets.
Yeah, but now what's it worth?
I don't know. With the dents, I don't know. Maybe
character.
around 1800.
Still, it's more.
I don't know. That was the 100th year of Gibson.
God damn it! All right.
You know what time it is, though.
Well, you got to cover because I got to do something else.
I was going to go grab the guitar.
I can't. Well, you can grab the guitar.
Yeah, I can't, then there would be nobody sitting here.
Nobody cares about that.
Yeah, they do.
Just keep yelling into the microphone.
I can't yell because that is sacrilegious. But it's kind of funny, man, when you think back on those things, the things you did when you were younger. It was nothing crazy. But on that trip, I met the singer from, what was the name of that band? They did the song Smooth Up In Ya. Anyway, I met some rock stars one night. We were at a club and bands were playing, and that was a cool trip. I met Mel Torme. Well, I didn't meet him. I shouldn't say I met him. I sat at the table next to him at a breakfast restaurant. And that was at Hermosa Beach, California. Went out there with Terry and Russ, and that was the trip that they got engaged on. We were also we stayed in Palm Springs during that trip. Hey, Tom Nally just popped in. Tom Nally did a video this week. If you want to watch it,
I did not see that.
It's a different video than he's ever done. I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Oh,
yet,
I don't subscribe to his My Fans
It's
page.
the Tom Nally story video where he explains where he's been for the last couple of weeks and everything's going on in his life. And I'm sure he spoke about his pop. The Bullet Boys, that's right. So I was standing next to the singer from the Bullet Boys as we watched this amazing cover band in this little tiny bar in Hermosa Beach. And he was trying to talk to me. It was weird, and I was like, "What's with this dude?" And I didn't know who he was because he was dressed like a hip hop guy.
Yeah,
he's like wearing the Adidas kind of outfit. If you remember that whole hip hop
kind
of culture. And the singer from the Bullet Boys was very recognizable prior to that because he looked like David Lee Roth, but he was like a midget, a smaller person. I should say.
Easy now.
Yeah. Sacrilege. But he was standing next to me, and we were watching this band. We were both like talking back and forth about how good they were. They were a fantastic band. God knows they were all rock stars. I know that we knew who one of the guys was. We were like, oh my God, he's from this band or Slaughter or something or whatever. And but it was 1994 and nobody cared. That the age of shred was dead, completely dead. Playing a good guitar solo was considered uncool.
People.
Jim, it's time for Florida Man, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do that? You gonna do that now?
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'm gonna grab a guitar.
All right, I'll put this up, and I
won't get to hear.
I will play this.
What till die for?
All right, there's that. And see how well this fits. Oh my God, it actually fits. No, it doesn't. There's another one on here. God damn it. There we go.
Oh, there's another dent.
All right, so, whoa, easy there.
Another dent.
All right, so Florida Man, as always, 5 of these are real headlines from real stories from the real world, and one of them I made up. And your job, should you
Figure
accept
it out.
Tell me which one I made up. So you got to pay attention because you have to read the thing and tell me what's going on there. So the first, number one, Florida Man was found dancing on top of a police car because he felt threatened by vampires. Florida Man interested in getting tased runs through airport in underwear waving nunchucks. Number 3, Florida Man tries to rob a bank with a live alligator strapped to his chest. Number 4, Florida Man arrested for stealing a 911 emergency truck to get to a liquor store. Number 5, Florida Man poses as veterinarian, performs surgery on dog charged with grand theft. And number 6, Florida Man attacks a McDonald's employee over missing pickles.
That definitely happened.
So,
I'll go with number 5, even though it's probably sure that it's Florida.
number 5, huh? I just wanted to give us some Jeopardy-esque music here. Give everybody a chance here.
I'm now saying number 4, even though it totally happened.
Okay.
Can I change my answer?
If you want. The music's still going.
I'm going to sit with it, even though it's probably number 2 or 5. That's it, Jim. I don't think anybody else has answered.
All right.
I'm just happy that somebody answered.
All right. So we'll go through it. All right. Here we go. Guess no Brie this time. All right. So the vampire one is correct. That's true. Oops. That is not what I wanted to do. There we go. What? Jesus. What the hell is going on with Word now? All right. The Florida Man attacks a McDonald's guy over
We
pickles.
just had somebody, Jimmy Crossett. I hope I'm saying
that?
that right. Jenny. I'm sorry. Jenny. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, what number?
She said number 2.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Jenny. I don't have my glasses on.
All right. It's not.
She's going to the Rough House show on March 21st. Hey, by the way, this weekend, I'll tell you
I
later.
don't know why this isn't working, but all right, whatever.
You know why.
No, I don't. All right, so number 2. Okay, so the Florida Man pickle story is true. Anything with like an alligator is usually true, I think.
See,
Honest to God, I think most of them are true. Unfortunately, anything that has to do with a liquor store is usually true too. So, okay, it's between you and her, and she is right and you are wrong.
Well, you really can't bring weapons.
But he wants to get tased.
I don't understand. This is kind of loud, I think.
So, Jenny, you win.
Jenny's the winner.
You win. There's no prize. I mean, you get a guest spot on the show if you ever want to come in, but that's about it.
Very fizzy. Let's see if we can take some of the fizz out.
Yeah, there's a lot of high end
fizzy.
there.
Yeah, it's the mic. It's not a microphone. Little drop D.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's okay. It's a good guitar. Tom Nally's laughing his ass off. Probably laughing at my guitar playing. I don't know.
It was weird. It was like there was some kind of. It was feeding back into the system in some weird way. Like I was hearing weird clicking in my ears. That's why I'm like,
Let's try it. Let's try this guy. And then the show's over, I think.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sorry. This feels like a solid guitar, though. It's interesting.
Think of your secretary.
If only I had a secretary. Life would be a lot better if I had a secretary.
No, it wouldn't. You'd have to pay her.
No, it wouldn't. My work would pay for it, right? Isn't that how that works?
I don't think they'd give you one. You'd have to do it on the sly here.
I don't know. It's What is the noise you're hearing?
It's like a popping.
Sure it's not your ears?
Yeah. Yeah.
Charvel. Charvel is what that guitar, some people call them Charvels.
Charvel?
Charvel.
Not Charvel?
Yeah, see?
See, I don't like that.
Well, here's Trusted.
Well, it's got a sticker on it, too.
I don't know.
It works.
Yeah, it works. It's, not the way I like to play.
It's the sticker that brings it all together.
Yes. Instinct.
Instinct.
Excuse me. So I got to promote a show for this weekend. I don't know if you can pull it up.
Hang on, I just got a late entry. Bree got the right one too, but she said it came in really late, so she wins as well.
There's always a delay, Jim.
I know, but it's like getting really ridiculously long. Wait, you have a show this week?
No, I know, but Mike Calamia does.
Oh, that's
with
right.
Steph. And Tegan and Stubbs.
I don't know if I can bring this up easily or quickly. Yeah, not quickly, but this is on Saturday, March 7th, yes?
Yes.
At the Nail.
At the Nail. It's Midhaven. And they have a bunch of other bands that I can't see from here.
The Ditches tap the glass.
I'm going. I'm going to go check it out.
Cool.
Going to be a good bro and go see my bros. And I'm going to talk to Stubbs. Stubbs is using my old Triple X amplifier.
He's using it? Okay.
Yeah, the old PV. So I'm excited about that. See what he's got going on. Bazoom. I don't know, man. I got nothing. We got 4 minutes left, so it's up to you.
Well, okay. So on Tuesday nights at MontgoRadio.com, and hey, MontgoRadio.com's got a lot of cool stuff. There's the Kiss Room and a billion or so other shows going on there. So
Matt
check
Porter.
Yep. So check out MontgoRadio.com. Check them out Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. My daughter's show, The Cat Call, is on, and it's really badass. So check that out. Check out some of the other programming. Again, that's MontgoRadio.com.
.com.
And it is, I don't think it's in...
No, it's in Montco.
Yeah, that would make sense.
New song for that.
I don't think there's a Montco version of that, but we'll have to make one. So when's your next thing going on?
March 21st, old school. We're at Screwballs. Imagine that. We have a bunch of shows though in March at the end of the month.
Oh, you're doing like back-to-back shows, basically.
We're doing a bunch, yeah. Let me go to the page and I'll tell you what they are.
Okay.
I still got to do promotions. I haven't done shit. I've been
fucking around,
slacking off. Oh, maybe somebody else. Oh no, there is. See, lightning rod.
What the fuck?
Could somebody? No. Okay.
What's going on over there?
It's fine.
Why is this happening?
All right, so March 21st, their old school is at the Mighty Screwballs. And then on March 27th, old school is trying out a new place in Downingtown, Pennsylvania. It's our
You know
debut
what Daddy likes.
Nice.
At Leone's Pizza Restaurant and Bar. A good friend of ours works there, and he put in the word, and he wanted to see us come down there and play, so we're going to go down there and play. They actually have pretty good numbers for that show, considering.
Now that's more like it.
That's interesting. So anyway, that's going on, and then let's see what's the next one after that. The 28th.
Yes.
Saturday, March 28th. Oh, we'll be at Sweeney's, and
okay.
That'll probably be a night with Claire and Bob.
Gotcha.
So that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always good to see her.
Mm-hmm. So that's it. The end of the month. It's all 21st, 27th, 28th.
Fine then.
And, hey, listen, you're the one with the sound card. I don't have anything.
Oh, well, sorry about that. Yeah.
It's okay.
So we do. It's what happens.
And that's it.
What the fuck?
I'm going to put this guitar back.
Okay. All right, well, that's about it, I guess, then. I guess we'll be back next... We're doing Wednesday again next time?
Sure.
What the hell date is that? I don't even know anymore. The 11th.
3-something.
Huh?
3-something.
Sure. Yeah, the 11th. So we'll be back same time, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Jesus Christ, I'm losing my fucking mind. 7:30 next Wednesday, we'll be back and do this whole thing again. And who knows? Maybe we'll get it started like we did this time and get it right and everything, right?
Sure.
Yikes. All right, so we're going to head out. Thanks, everybody, for playing along. And thanks to our Jenny and Bree, our two winners tonight. We actually had to... What the hell is happening? Okay. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care and good night.